All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my left, David Ruff.
Headline, Daily Star. A swing and a miss. See where I'm going with this? You follow me?
Swing.
Couples reveal how they got into swinging. Like wife who cheated until hubby agreed.
That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
It says here, like a horny wife who had an addiction to cheating on her husband, we hear how swingers got into the lifestyle. She just couldn't stop. She was addicted to it. Addicted to the game like Jordan and Peyton.
I told my girl I'm addicted to swinging, but I was talking about playing golf. I got really into it over the pandemic.
I was addicted to swing music for a time in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah,
you were zoot riding?
Yeah. It was me. I was just, you could find me at like the Cherry Poppin' Daddy's
Weren't they
concert.
calling you the big bad voodoo daddy himself?
Didn't you recently have that swing installed in your bedroom?
It's true.
Are you talking about a sex swing?
Oh, I don't know. You just told me it was a swing.
No. I had a heavy bag installed, so I could. We had to find the beam, and it was a whole deal.
Damn.
So Bay could hang from it?
Trying to bag some heavies? What?
Huh?
Huh?
Why
Dylan Shivery?
Why would you hang from it? I don't know.
Why would Bay be in my bedroom?
You got your own Bay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'd have a story.
Yeah.
Probably do numbers.
Hey, man. Happy to be here. Looks like you guys had a good trip. I know we're going to talk about it, but looks like you had fun. I'm a little envious, but I'm happy for you guys. The Kentucky Derby looked quite lit. Good for you, man.
At one point, I was like, Dylan might be envious. And I was like, he got 4 straight days of the Masters. He'll be fine.
You know, I always have that in
you
my
go
back
4
pocket.
days?
Dude, they went every day, Dave.
Yeah.
People forget that they went every day.
I honestly didn't realize that. I thought
Anytime
it
you
was
feel like you're,
a practice round and maybe like a Thursday.
Nah, they got Thursday to Sunday.
It was every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the situation, but it did look like fun. I'm happy for you guys. That's all I'm trying to say here.
I think our ducks are in a row. I think the 150th Kentucky Derby might be in the Wash Media universe. Just
Really?
putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Oh,
And they're off. That's how they do it.
The most exciting 2 minutes in sports, David.
Yeah. Maybe like the most exciting 1 minute now that we got that swing installed.
All right.
I'm sorry. This is a good show normally.
It's okay. Some people enjoy it, and that's good enough for
That's
me.
what I tell people. I'm like, look, some people like it.
And when I tell a new person about the show, I'm like, there's a chance you're going to like it, but there's a chance you're not, and that's okay too.
That's cool that you're on that hashtag tell a friend about the show bullshit.
Yeah.
We need that.
Sometimes I'm forced into it.
We need to have people to tell other people about the show so we can continue doing it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, to all of you who do listen and enjoy, thank you for your business. We appreciate you very much. How you feeling, big dog?
Look
A little banged up?
shirt.
your boy was a little uncomfortable. I had a situation yesterday on the airplane on the way home. I did take the early flight. Just putting that out there.
How early?
We were taking off around 7:50 a.m.
Okay, I like that.
And I had a situation yesterday, and I didn't know how to confront it because I think there are social norms when it comes to having a stranger in the middle seat, and I think you do need to defer to them sometimes. But my guy, instead of putting his stuff in the overhead compartment, he decided to just have it between his legs the entire time, and he had an aggressive man spread the entire flight. So his knee.
Personal item?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So I should set the table a little bit more. We're on a Spirit Airlines flight.
Oh.
Ever heard of it? And so,
Yeah.
not a lot of room in general. And he had his entire patella on my side of the seat.
Patella.
The front part of the knee?
I believe so.
Part of the knee.
Patella.
We might want to
Okay.
Google this.
Knee adjacent.
We might want to Google this.
You
It's
could
the
have
kneecap.
just said knee.
Look at Randy. Sounds like a guy who's torn his ACL.
You're trying to
twice.
sound all
Dude, I can't
smart.
believe y'all don't know what fucking patellas are, dog.
I've heard of the patella tendon.
I'm
which
more
is,
of
you
a
know-
I'm more of a just like straight up peanut butter guy.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
A little too much sugar in there.
Dude, what's up with Nutella? Is that how you say it? Nutella?
I think it's underrated in America. I feel like other countries overrate it.
Isn't it like crazy sweet?
Yeah, but it's just like a hazelnut spread.
Man, I don't fuck with it. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Someone do something with hazelnut spread.
I was
Like,
gonna
just
do
do it.
something
Just
with
do it.
like nut tell a friend. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
okay.
stupid.
Go
Probably
back
been
to the
done
patella
before.
situation.
Like, At one point, he started falling asleep and he was still man spreading. And so I tried to do like a little sneaky like bump of the knee to see if he would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
A sleep spread?
Yeah, he was doing a sleep spread, and I didn't know what to do. And when I did the bump of the knee, he rustled a little bit and moved it a little bit, but not nearly enough. And so I was kind of like contorted the entire flight.
Did he also have something under the seat?
Yeah, so he had so much stuff in his
can't do
area
that.
that he couldn't do anything about
You
it. Like he
can't do
couldn't
that.
even put his legs together.
Who is this guy?
I thought the flight attendant might handle it. They didn't seem to care.
You should have like
He had too much fucking shit
pressed
with
the
him.
button and like just to like not completely narked on him, but like just to get a flight attendant over and be like,
Just been like,
hey,
I'll do
Okay.
one of these.
can I get a drink?
We-
Also,
We flew Allegiant there. Allegiant, incredible experience. Absolutely loved the airline. I will ride for Allegiant from here on out until I have a bad experience. Spirit back, I'll ride for most of it, except for the fact that they just try to get you to sign up for a credit card the entire time. Like,
I've got
I don't
like
want to.
4.
I'm trying to vibe out watching Knives Out, so Randy stops telling me to watch Knives Out, and you're trying to shove 18% APR down my throat. Like, what's your problem?
You watched it?
I'm halfway through. The flight ended.
It's fine.
Yeah, the
That's
way
fine.
that I felt about the first one was like, okay, that was entertaining.
That's
That was a
fine.
good way to spend 2 hours.
Is that like beef?
Oh wait, I was thinking Glass Onion. Knives Out is better than Glass Onion.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was watching Glass Onion.
Somehow I knew that, even though that's not what you said.
I'm definitely enjoying Glass Onion more than I enjoyed Knives Out.
Oh, disagree. But that's okay.
Ooh.
I think I vibe with the cast more. It might not be fair.
It is what it is.
Randy was like, yeah.
Your ball.
Randy was like, dude, Madeline Klein's in there. Auga. I was
Dave-
like, Randy, chill out.
Dave looks like what's his face? What's his name? Daniel Craig? Is that it?
Oh, D Craig?
I think you look more like, and this is going to be, I think this is actually a big compliment to you. I
If
feel
you-
like you look more like him in the Bond movies than you look like him in the Knives Out series.
If you get on some T replacement therapy and just hit it hard, like you could get there.
It's not in
you
the
could
cards.
get in his ball
I'm
game.
I'm trying to hold out till 40.
Okay.
So
But like
I will try.
get the good stuff. I want you to really bulk up.
Like Bezos is.
Yeah.
Bezos is clearly on T therapy, right? I've been seeing
Yeah,
photos
oh,
of him walking
100%.
around places. Like that guy is absolutely
Yeah,
shredded.
he's on HGH.
Good for him. Good for him.
He's doing okay in life.
Did y'all see him at F1 Miami?
No.
He looked so much hotter than Elon did. People were comparing the billionaires at F1 Miami, and like Bezos just fucking rocked Elon's shit.
Elon did not look great.
Elon never looks great.
He hasn't looked great ever.
The one time
No
I saw him in
offense.
person, the one jarring thing was I was like,
Huh.
oh, he's like, he doesn't look good.
One particular close-up shot of him that I saw, his nipples are just absolutely busting through his shirt.
Dude, we can't nipple shame though,
I'm not
dog.
trying
Like,
to.
like once you get over the age of 30, your nipples are going through every shirt.
Dylan's
I am
very,
a-
very aware of his nipples.
I'm a hard nipple guy. I understand the struggle.
I saw him at the gym recently.
He needs to get those things under control.
Dude, when I first moved down here and I started wearing performance polos often because I sweat more down here, like Dylan made numerous comments, not about my nipples, but just about nipples in performance polos. And like I was walking around the Grand X office just worried.
It's because I'm so nipple aware.
Always top of mind.
Because my nipples will absolutely protrude through a shirt, and so I look out for them.
It's important to keep the chest hair trimmed and under control. Otherwise, through some of the performance shirts, you start seeing follicle, and you just don't want follicle.
But dude, you have to be
kinda
careful.
hot.
You have to be careful wearing the performance polo after trimming the chest hair because sometimes you have those
Poke
kind of
through.
harsher,
Yeah.
like a little more like they're like stiffer, and your shirt will actually get caught on them. It's not good.
You can see my chest hair through my shirts a lot. I think it's kind of hot though. Yeah, I said it.
Hot's not the word I ever thought about.
Well, your girl disagrees with you.
just a rogue hair.
But I
No,
actually think
like you-
Robax.
like,
I think
see the
Robax
texture.
polos actually do more for your nipples than other shirts do. I think the thickness of the shirt is more appropriate for nipples than a lot of other shirts out there.
If only people could purchase them at checkout with promo code BACKER20 for 20% off at roback.com.
Pretty fucking sure they can.
Oh.
Pretty fucking sure they can. Hey, while we're on the topic, let's get through some announcements before we get into today's episode. Tomorrow on Patreon, patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast, we are going to do touching-based conspiracies. Can we just tell the people which ones we're doing since you guys already know? I
Yeah.
have not chosen mine, but I think it would be worth telling the people at home what we're going to be covering tomorrow behind the paywall.
I'll start. I'm doing Bigfoot. And not only that, I'm bringing a guest in who has who has an in-person encounter with one that's going to tell his or her story.
Did that person happen to see Bigfoot at a mid to high-end steakhouse in Austin, Texas?
That's a great guess, but no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know
This-
he sees a lot of people
This
there.
person is known for that. But no.
Dave, are you willing to share yours?
Just going to get into the last 2 weeks of Epstein. We're going back to the Epwell.
It's kind of been hard because you and I are so deep in the Epstein game at this point that like I actually would talk about it all the time if we could, but I'm worried that people would get annoyed of us talking about Epstein. And I also worry that if we started talking about it more, it would get us even more down the wormhole.
Sure.
Suddenly we're just like tinfoil hats on.
Yeah. We're going to get into the contents of his calendar, his personal calendar that the Wall Street Journal reported on a week or two ago. So buckle up, buckaroos.
I've not chosen mine. If somebody wants to choose mine and I do it, I'll give you some internet clout.
That's huge.
Yeah.
You should do. Did you know that Elvis Presley was in Home Alone? Or maybe
You need to stop.
It's a theory.
You need
Check
to
it out.
stop. I'm so out on that
Look
theory.
at the screenshot.
Yeah,
I
man.
did.
Can you kill 15 minutes on a podcast tomorrow based on that?
Based on the one screenshot of a guy who kind of looks like Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, we've also got listener voicemails Thursday.
Oh,
Go leave a 5-star review.
you could do olive oil. And whether the mafia has control of the Italian mafia has control of the olive oil business and sends out fake olive oil.
Oh, mamma mia.
I think we've discussed that briefly. I don't know if we've ever done it on that, but just an idea.
I thought you were talking, when you said I could do olive oil, I thought you were talking about Popeye's girl.
bae.
Yeah. I was like, dude,
Popeye's
I'm not
love
going to do that to
interest.
Popeye. He's not to be trifled with. You've seen those
No.
forearms?
That's Popeye's bad.
Real
No.
crankers know that Popeye's a real
All right.
one.
We're not using real crankers, man.
Popeye's the realest of crankers. He's a
That's my
big crank yankers
It's a
watcher.
sailor.
He's got all of them on his DVR.
Smokes out of a pipe.
He's fucking swag, honestly.
Dude, honestly, the more you think about it, like he smokes a pipe all day and cranks, like that's honestly a sick way to make a living. On a boat, nonetheless.
He did more for spinach than anyone.
I got a young player eating spinach.
Big Spinach was absolutely feasting back when Popeye was on the airwaves.
He would just pop it into his mouth and just go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get shocked by how much spinach goes into like sauteing some spinach? It's just it
Dude,
blows my
yeah,
mind every
what
single
the
time.
hell's going
Every
on?
single
Dude.
time it blows my fucking
It's
mind.
never enough.
What is that?
You can get an entire thing like this big and you can put it in one pan and suddenly it's a serving for 2 people.
You could dump a truckload into a pan and you're going to get 2 servings out of it.
It makes me feel like if I'm at a restaurant and I order a spinach salad, I feel like I'm getting screwed every single time. I'm like, wait, you should give me a full thing.
Damn.
Makes you think, dog.
I'm thinking, fool.
Makes you think. Hey, we also got some new stuff dropping soon on the Wash Media shop, washmedia.shop. Go check that out. And look forward. If you want to get your 5-star review of the week read on Wednesday's program by one of these 2 gentlemen in the room that aren't me because I won't be here on Wednesday, please leave one. Please leave one. But without further ado, it's time. Recapping this weekend in fun presented by our friends over at Rowback. Backer 20 gets you 20% off everything at Rowback. They've been dropping some absolute heat lately. Heat. Dylan's wearing it right now.
I've gotten many compliments on the color of my shirt, and of course, it's a Rowback, so it fits perfectly and it feels great and all that.
This is one of those shirts that I never saw come through the office. Is this
Oh, it
one
came
they were sending him stuff to his
Yeah.
house and he was just keeping it and then giving us the other stuff?
You and Randy are having a little what I call a back off.
Here's the thing
Because
about
Randy's is tight too.
being the only large shirt wearing gentleman in this room is that I get first pick of the largest, which is a huge benefit to your boy.
I might bulk up just to give you some competition.
Brett's
I welcome that.
not a large.
Well, it's Brett.
He is, but I get
Oh,
first pick over Brett.
Who's got better shoulders, you or
Wow.
Brett?
Better
Interesting.
shoulders?
Yeah.
He definitely has wider shoulders.
Okay, so he has better shoulders. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what broad means?
He has broader shoulders than I do.
Popeye's got a different definition for that than we do.
Take your broad.
Don't do that.
Polos,
Sorry, I'm gonna stop doing Popeye. It's a dated reference.
joggers,
Doesn't even sound like him.
They have a women's line out. now
quarter
as well.
zips, women's line.
Check out the women's line. I
gonna-
can't speak to those myself because I haven't worn them, but I assume they're amazing
Dylan,
because they're
just
real
tell the people you've tried on the women's line and you like it.
You screenshotted that post and sent it to us.
Can you imagine how much our swamp ass would go away if we could wear athletic golf skirts on
Dude, I'd
the
find
golf
a way.
course?
I'd
It'd be
find
so
a way.
sick.
Yeah.
Have I told y'all what I ordered in preparation for sweat season on the golf course? I saw it in a bunch of Zaire golf comments.
Tell us.
I
need to
brought
know.
spray on Gold Bond.
Oh, they've got a spray?
Yeah,
That's huge.
So catch me doing this. Catch
You
me
know
doing that
why?
on my butt
You can hit your crack with it.
Doing the powder,
and my lower back. I think is the move. Yeah.
trying to do the powder and applying that to the parts that need applying is a beating.
Well-
not literally, not
well,
like
Yeah, you
But
can't
you
do that with the
spray-
powder, dude.
you spray, and that's now you got my attention. Order 2.
Well, man,
Let's order in
spray.
bulk. We'll get a Costco.
Well, I'll just you can. I might have to apply to you. I don't know if I'm okay with like giving my boy the spray and then letting him go in the bathroom with it and coming back out and handing me my spray back. I got to go in with you and just do you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
backer 20.
Best ad read we've done in a while.
Backer 20 will get you 20% off at checkout. Rowback.com.
Somebody walks in like the men's locker room and you're just on your back with your.
Yeah,
That's me spraying Dave's butt.
I'll probably handle that myself if I'm going to do it. Self-application.
Nope. Then you got to get your own bottle. No, you can't take another man's sprayable Gold Bond.
Do you remember that True Life? It was like MTV. I want to be a bodybuilder or a fitness competitor, and they showed the video. The guys, he would live with his dad, and his
Yeah.
dad would like shave his butt for him.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that was much
I
more
remember
weird.
that
Like
one.
now I'm
That's a
like,
good
okay, I
one.
kind of get that.
yeah.
But at the
that was a
time, it
good
was like,
dad.
dude, what the hell?
My
That was a
favorite
good dad.
was a calf implant guy.
Yeah.
At the very end, he was on the beach, like
Now I'm
happier
perfect.
than
He
anyone.
said, now I'm perfect. Good for you, sir.
Dylan,
I
what'd you
might
get into
those.
this weekend?
Thanks for asking, Will. My weekend was a good weekend. It wasn't a weekend you had, but I had some good family time. Hung out with sister, brother-in-law, my 2 nieces, and my son and my dad pretty much all weekend. It was really great. The race, what?
Nothing.
The Kentucky Derby. I'm not much of a gambler, but the race is about to start, and we're sitting there. My dad's like, "You guys want to get some action in on this race?" And we were like, "Yeah, whatever. I'll put like $10 in." Kendall, my brother-in-law, he just picks a random horse. He has no research. Just like, all right, here's one that's kind of middle of the road odds-wise. Let's just go with Mage, whatever. Probably not going to win, but it'll make the race more fun. So my dad enters in. We each put, I think, $10 in. He accidentally enters in the bet twice. So we're each in for, I guess, whatever it came out to, and we won. And it was very exciting.
I'm jealous. I'm
It
jealous.
was very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little highlight of the weekend. Made a little dough. What you're holding back something, Dave? Just say it.
No, then I was just thinking about if he used a betting service that may have been a sponsor in the past out of like Antigua, and I was just thinking of the slogans that they would let us use.
Yeah, my
Don't
dad.
be a
I think he just has a bookie.
blank.
He's old
Try
school.
my blank.
Yeah, I don't think he used them. Yeah, who actually do still owe us money, by the way. I don't think we're going to collect
Yeah,
on that.
probably. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for that.
there's a number of people.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it. It was a pretty low key family weekend.
What'd that boy get into?
I just thought about the online betting services from 6 years ago all weekend. Friday, we did a little worked here at the office. Got out of here about 1, went and pumped. Went home. My wife sent me a recipe that she was served on IG, Instagram. And it was for Chili's chicken crispers, but like in like a healthy way or like a cleaner way. And it, to be clear, it was not their original chicken crispers. Like, like the original, the OG, the ones that don't have any sauce on them. You get corn cob, fries, whole deal. Basically, my high school life was centered around eating those chicken crispers on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And we made them, and they were bomb. They were phenomenal. And
This
I
was air fryer?
no, not even.
Oh, wow.
No,
Fuck.
it's just avocado oil. Batter them up, phenomenal. Saturday was the day. Oh, I don't want to get too much into this because it's really, when it's juxtaposed with Will's weekend, this is really lame. But we've been lucky with Rhodes that he's not been a throw up guy. Doesn't puke often. Now he had acid reflux, but not like, wasn't like a projectile vomiter type. He just had acid reflux as a young baby. But Friday night, we noticed he was like kind of down a little bit. We're like, oh, what's wrong, buddy? And we felt him. He was a little warm. Had a little fever. We're like, oh, so he's sitting here on my lap. I'm like, what's going on, bud? Doing that whole deal. And he puts his hand on his stomach and his stomach rumbles. He goes, what was that? And I was like, oh, it's your tummy, buddy. Then he just, bleh, all over me. All over me. And he goes, I swear to God, he just goes, what happened? And I was like, oh, dude, you threw up. And I was like, it's okay.
Some cute shit.
Threw up a couple times more. We're like,
What
okay.
happened?
I think Alyssa called Sally.
Oh, did Sally say Fritz just threw up too? Because Fritz threw up this weekend while I was
wow.
gone.
That's
Heck
raw.
yeah, whole squad on their puke shit.
Yeah, they're
Mhm. yeah.
puke
On
brothers.
their puke
The
shit.
disgusting
They're the
brothers.
disgusting brother. If
Uh,
we ever had a Succession podcast, we would have to call it the Discussing Brothers.
That's good. We can just call our segment that.
Should we
when
start
have
a
it.
Succession
Yeah.
podcast the second it ends?
First in commerce. Let's do it. Let's put it out there. Yeah, but he was fine. He was fine the next day. We don't know if he ate something, but it was not fun cleaning that up and just being covered in puke. You know, never a good thing. Saturday, this is when it gets real wild. Spent about 2.5 to 3 hours in the front yard, hand removing with a tiny shovel, Dallas grass, which is a weed that when mowed blends in very nice with St. Augustine, but it's not grass, or it's an invasive weed, and you got to get it out, and it's a real bitch to get out. And I did that for a long time, and I filled up my little compost container with it. And
You're on that compost grind.
I was out there with a long sleeve, like Under Armour. I had a bucket hat on. I was like in full gardener mode. Gardener Dave was in full effect.
Did you get a fit pick?
No. One of my neighbors probably drove by and got one because I looked like a total idiot. But my knees are all scraped up. But it felt good getting out there, getting in the yard a little bit, getting in the weeds, as they say.
Literally.
Saturday night was just straight up combat sports. A little UFC, a little Canelo fight. May have had some stream issues. May have
Legal or illegal stream issues?
hard
Dave?
to say truly, but we got
Or
it done.
urinary.
We got it done. Well, that too. Sunday was relaxing. I saw Dylan at the gym briefly. We had a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
bathroom conversation.
I saw you, then I saw Dan upstairs.
You saw Dan?
Was
Yeah.
Dylan taking a
I
hot
miss
girl
him.
walk on the treadmill?
I did a high intensity interval workout, or as I like to call them, HIIT, and I got after it. Your boy was doing work. Incline sprints. You know nothing about those.
This is the guy who made fun of me for sprinting a while back. Goes, when am I ever going to sprint again? I'm never going to sprint. And now look at him. He's doing HIIT sprints.
Dude, it's a good workout.
It is good. It's great.
I'll put my shit if you want to try it next time, bitch.
I'm good. And then you know what, man? Yesterday was just relaxing. I had about 2 hours to myself because my wife took my son to a birthday party. I didn't have to go. Took a nap. Haven't taken a nap in
Sounds
a long
great.
time.
Sounds great.
Nap for about you'll love this, 28 minutes.
Nice.
It's a good nap, man.
Yeah.
You know what? And I wasn't even mad. I was like, this is perfect.
Well, they say you're not supposed to nap for too much longer than that in
It's
general.
a little cat nap.
It can
Yeah.
affect your sleep cycle too much.
That's
so.
what they
yeah.
say.
20-minute nap's almost prime, you know?
Daddy's due for a good nap, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to the main event.
Went to Louisville, Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby. 149th running of it, in fact. We arrived Friday morning, and we did what you do when you get to Kentucky. Immediately had a whiskey tasting. We drank some bourbon. Shout out to Old Forester. It was very enjoyable. From there, we decided to we went over to another bar, had a little more whiskey, and then it was like, you know what? Let's go take a little rest for a second. So we went back to the hotel.
Nap?
No nap. We just kind of vibed out for a little bit, got changed, freshened up a little bit. And we hit the town. We went to something called the Sherby Party, which is kind of like a local block party that they have. Pretty straightforward situation there. We saw some fire dancers.
Oh.
Not the most impressive fire dancers I've ever seen, but fire
Oh.
dancers nonetheless.
Do they dance with fire, David? That's
One
the
of
thing about it.
One of the dudes put a bunch of gasoline in his mouth and was spraying it out and trying to get it to like set on fire. And it took a couple tries. And I couldn't stop laughing at thinking about. Do you guys watch Arrested Development?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Joe became a musician or a magician, and he tried to shoot flames out of his suit, and only lighter fluid came out? And then he looked at everybody and he said, "Yeah, but where'd the lighter fluid come from?" That's all I could think about the entire time.
Surely this person didn't put gasoline in their mouth.
I
It
don't
was
know.
Something
It was
else,
it was
hopefully.
it was something very flammable.
I think vodka would have done the trick.
It was. I don't think it was vodka. It smelled really bad.
Can I ask a question pertaining to the trip?
Sure.
One of you twos fellers, you and Brett, posted a bottle of Pappy.
Yes, two
Is that-
bottles, two different bottles.
I know that's a different distillery,
Mhm.
but I'm just curious how was that good? Because the only times I've had it once, and I had to have it with like I didn't have like a cherry Coke to mix in it. I had to
Mhm.
have it straight,
Yeah.
and it was just a little bit tough.
Yeah, I usually cut it with a little bit of soda as well when I drink it, but they didn't have any, so we just decided to drink it straight, and it was fine. It was fine.
Okay.
I will note that the company card was holstered for the Pappy tasting that we did. That was I got out in front of that one. I said, if you go order this, just know that we have to pay for this on our own.
That's good.
I think it was fair. And so yeah, we had a pretty good time on Friday. We did turn in a little early as we knew that Saturday was going to be a very big day. So we closed the night out with some pizza and some Blink-182 Pandora radio with one of the friendliest bartenders I've ever met.
What's the Zaw scene like up there?
I don't know outside of this one restaurant, but it was one of the most enjoyable pizzas I've had in a really long
Y'all
time.
posted it. It looked great.
We had those cup pepperonis that just collect all that grease in there.
I love those.
If you had to rate it 1 to 10 after having just one bite, what would you?
Yeah, everyone knows the rules.
What would you give it?
Dude? I gave it like a 8.2.
Oh wow,
It's pretty big.
That's
Pretty
good.
good.
Zaw.
Pretty good. And then Saturday was obviously the day. We really front loaded the day with our activities in the morning. We arrived at the track. We immediately went to tour everything and kind of go around. We met up with the contacts who brought us there. We got to stand behind Lisa Leslie in line, former WNBA great. Major shout out to the LA Sparks. Tall, very
Yeah.
tall, very friendly.
One of the goats, man.
I love that.
And then we also saw Emmett Smith in that same little area. So we were absolutely cooking right there.
I'm out
Not
on him.
tall.
Yeah. I didn't say,
famously.
he said hi to me and I snubbed it. And I said, that was for Dylan, bitch.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How you gonna deny 10-year-old Dylan an autograph right in his face?
I'm not going to, Dylan. I'm not. It's not
What's
something
your
I do.
fucking problem?
So,
You're probably a little bitch about it though.
I said, Mr. Smith, can I have your autograph, please? Handed him a football and a Sharpie. No other kids were
did you take
around.
the cap off?
No other kids were around. It's not like he was
Cabin.
going to have to like sit there and sign for 20 minutes. It was just us. Jerk. He said, nah. Walked off. Hey, man, you stink, buddy.
What year was this?
I was 10. So this was 1993. This is when they used to do training camp at St. Edward's University in South Austin.
So I'm wondering if this is the holdout year where he held out the first a couple games of the Cowboys season.
Hard to say.
I'm just curious. I'm just trying to, for context. They started 0-2, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, went on to win the Super Bowl, and he went on to become the leading rusher.
And I went on to become just extremely heartbroken.
Yeah,
Sad.
You'll be fine.
and I
So-
went on just to. Never mind. Come.
Lost a lot of money at the track. Lost a lot of money at the track.
What's the damage?
Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. I walked away with money still in my pocket, which seemed to me like it was a win. But I was impressed with Brett's racing knowledge until he went on. He kind of started hitting a little run of bad luck as
Did
well.
he have the little book? Like the
No,
little
we had-
newspaper.
We had
magazine?
we had the program, but he also had a full spreadsheet on his phone that he had shared with me prior to the race, to the running. So it was pretty fun. But yeah, we just kind of hung out after we had all of our stuff going on. We just went back to our seats and hung out, placed some bets, enjoyed ourselves. We had a couple mint juleps. We just vibed out. Shout out to the backers that came up and said what up. Saw a couple of them. Good dudes.
That's sick, man.
We had one backer come up and he was like all pumped about his jacket. He had this like just absolute flex of a blazer on. And then he's like, dude, every other guy here is wearing the same blazer. And we're like, no, he's not. We start looking around. We're like, oh yeah, there's one. There's one. Oh yeah. Sorry, bud. He looked good though.
Was
I
it
don't remember.
Brooks Brothers outlet.
I don't remember his name, but major shout to you. And major shout to the guy in line at the airport yesterday at 6:45 a.m. wearing the scary sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Made
that's
my
awesome.
morning. Made my morning. Haven't seen one of those in the wild outside of at Little Woodrow's one other time. So that was very exciting.
That's awesome.
To answer your question, I don't know when things girls do after graduation will be finished. So we'll figure that out later. And then, yeah, yesterday got home, immediately ate 2 pieces of pizza, played my Zoc card since it did reset yesterday, and I went to bed.
Hope you're taking
Yeah.
notes.
Respect the terms, David.
I have to admit, as someone who will be in New York City later this week, I will be absolutely reckless with my Zoc card. You might need to cut it up when I get home.
Dave, you hear that?
I haven't had a infraction yet, but I'm just saying I'm on watch.
I don't want to hear it from you.
You care to comment on your friend there?
There's a glaring lack of Zaw in your weekend and fun, which I know you're hiding something.
Oh, you're hiding something. How many pieces of pizza you eat this weekend, Dylan?
Actually, I did have a couple on Friday. I had a couple.
Same transaction or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
Where from?
Um,
You can say Papa John's.
it was actually store bought. Like it was a frozen pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
DiGiorno?
No, it wasn't DiGiorno.
What brand specifically?
I don't know.
You're just eating pizza.
My sister and brother-in-law
fucking
brought
guy.
it over.
Are you
and
sure it wasn't
cooked
delivery?
Yeah. You're doing a DiGiorno play there, and I'm not gonna let it happen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. You know a big sausage pizza still counts. Like that's a separate transaction. You know that, right?
BSP.
I need a PSP, man.
You know what a transaction I've made recently that made I'm still seeing dividends from our good friends over at Nutrafol. A lot of people don't realize this, but let me learn you something.
Your hair was looking mad thick in those pics over
My
the
hair is
weekend.
mad thick, dog. It's because I'm on my Nutrafol grind. You don't have to
Right.
choose between better hair growth and your health. There's a holistic solution for men that promotes both healthier hair and whole body wellness. And yeah, I'm talking about our friends at Nutrafol. Nutrafol, if you're not familiar, is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Nutrafol's hair growth nutraceuticals go beyond genetics to multi-target the root causes of thinning hair, including stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, aging, and lifestyle, all through whole body health. Physician formulated using natural medical-grade ingredients, Nutrafol's drug-free patented technology provides consistent, reliable results without compromising your sexual health. And in a clinical study, men showed progressive improvement in hair growth and thickness after 3 and 6 months. You're just out here sprouting follicles. Well, I don't know if that's how it works, but you're just out here getting thicker hair. It's a beautiful thing.
My hair's gotten noticeably thicker. I've been taking this stuff every day for, I want to say, 4 months now. I've definitely noticed a difference. Feel good, too. I just feel better.
It's a product that is very well represented and supported by people that I trust that are actually in the medical industry.
It's got me feeling like 15 again in certain areas of my life.
Really?
Honestly, it's fucking some wild
I wonder if
shit.
any of the 3,000 top doctors who trust and recommend it also feel that way.
Dave, don't give me that face. I'm
No, I
trying
get
to
it.
sell
I
this
get,
to the
I get
like,
that face, Dave.
That's a major perk of this if you're down for that.
How big of a perk?
You just gotta be ready, just be ready to handle it. That's
To
all
speak
I'm
to
saying.
Will's point, it is great walking into your dermatologist's office and seeing a sponsor on the wall.
Yeah, makes me feel good.
good.
I guess I have one of the 3,000 top doctors.
We're low key dermatologists.
You
Well-
too can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com, entering promo code CIRCLING to save $10 off your first month subscription. This offer is only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. Get $10 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code CIRCLING. Dylan, you wanted to bring something up today.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just came back from an event that is, aside from the famous horse race that occurred,
Yes.
is also very well known for just getting fits off, throwing fits.
Facts.
It's a high pressure, get a fit off environment. And so you had to, especially since you and Barrett have a podcast that's called Retail Therapy,
Yes.
a lot of pressure on you gentlemen.
There was a lot of pressure. If you listen, if anyone's listened to the episodes leading up to this derby, everyone knows how much Barrett and I were just freaking out. We didn't know what to wear.
And I do know that on Retail Therapy, you guys are going to get into your outfits in more
We are.
detail and discuss it probably at length. I don't want to do that. I just want to do some like snap reactions to what you guys
Okay.
put together and just kind of give my thoughts. And you guys feel free to weigh in as much as you want.
Is there any way, Randy, you can pull up Brett's Instagram from last night?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Randy off mic says no way, and then he starts to pull. it
Yeah,
off.
now's the time for a
he's-
snarky
Yeah,
joke,
he's-
Randy.
He's doing jokes back there.
I like snarky producer Randy. Yeah, I can do that.
Like, yeah,
Where's
buddy.
the-
I think
where's
I
the
can,
fit?
I think I could pull that off.
Where is it? Give us the fit.
At first glance, all three of you guys looked fantastic.
It's what about second glance?
At first glance, all you guys look fantastic. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah,
all
I see-
three
I
have-
like a lot of what I'm seeing here.
All three have sunglasses on that are like good-looking sunglasses.
I don't think you could have paid us to not have sunglasses on. As Barrett said first thing in the morning, or no, when Barrett and I were walking onto the red carpet, which we didn't know we were actually going to do. So that was kind of exciting and also anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
He looked at me and he goes, yeah, I'm going sunglasses on because my eyes are very tired right now.
Time
Bear-
out. Did Brett not get to walk it?
He could have if he wanted to, but he chose to stay back. He chose to
What?
stay back.
What a dumb.
You know what? He knows the talent.
Dude,
He's
that was
letting the
kind of
talent
honestly
go.
that was kind of a big dick biz development guy move.
right,
Being
I'm
like, no, that's for you boys.
I'm gonna go Barrett first, Will second, and Brett third.
Okay.
It's close though.
Barrett was a little toned down for Barrett, in my opinion.
Oh, his suit hit
He was-
so hard.
He was a little
Dude,
understated.
the ops are freaking out right now seeing this though.
He looks fantastic. No tie. He's got the first button undone. He's got the suit on.
Straight up.
He looks great. Just for Barrett, I expected him to dazzle a little bit more.
Dylan, they hate this.
They do. The shoes, they're not pictured in this one, but his shoes, they're on, I assume if they're on a wave that I don't understand yet, if Barrett's wearing them and I don't like, that it looked kind of like Doc Martens to me.
they were.
They were Doc Martens.
They were.
Okay. Which again, I would never do that, but Barrett's on some shit that I don't understand. So I have to just play the dumb card on that one. You know? Like, are those in? They're in.
I just defer to Barrett. I assume if he's wearing something that it's in. So
They're probably in parts of the country or world that we haven't yet caught up to.
I think
That's
they're
why
closer to
don't
European
understand
right
it
now.
yet.
Yeah, they're really hot in Slovenia.
Look great. The overall best outfit for me goes to Will.
wow, I was
Yeah.
not expecting that. Thank you, Dylan.
You look great. The ascot really set it off.
I was so nervous to wear an ascot in public.
The ascot with the sunglasses and what color is that suit?
You know, they say it's light brown, but I would say it's more tan.
Okay.
I would say it's
Tan
more
suit.
tan. Yeah, the ascot itself was a big risk, and I think it paid off.
What do you call those shoes?
These are Sabas. They're made.
Sabas.
Yeah, they're made in Turkey, but Saba's a company out of Dallas, and I've been wearing these for a while.
I
These are
thought-
actually some of my oldest shoes.
I thought you looked great.
Thank you.
I love that no one wore a bow tie. Made me so happy.
Yeah,
And-
that must make
and
you
a-
happy. That's a big bow
Made
tie
me
thing.
so happy. The ascot. I've never owned an ascot. I wouldn't know how to put it together. But you did it, and it looks great.
Well, what I learned is that you just shove it in your shirt. No one
Like,
says
you-
anything.
You were so neutral tone, and then you hit us with the ascot, like pow, like
Just
right
the
in our faces.
juxtaposition.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't think the ascot was going to arrive in time, and they actually sent it expedited shipping, and it got here the day before we left, and it was just anytime that you have to worry about your ascot arriving,
Oh, so the one that you originally ordered actually did show up in
it did
time.
show up.
Oh,
I,
that's
I
huge.
ended up getting it, which was big for me.
Your fit went brazy.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that. And guess what, Dylan? Even though I had fabric wrapped around my neck on an 80-degree day all day, it was light enough that it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
I was comfy the entire time.
Is it silk, John?
I think it was a silk wool blend or something, but like I mean, it was light as fuck.
Dave, you just don't see that.
I got a Barrett question.
You don't
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I noticed Barrett was wearing a belt.
Yes.
So I wonder, and this is probably a question for Barrett, but Barrett is the first person to tell me like, oh, if you have a tailored suit, you don't need to wear a belt, even if you're going to like a wedding or something. It's, you don't it's optional. I'm just wondering what went into the process of him going belt. It looks great. Barrett always.
I
looks great.
think he said that he might have needed the utility of a belt.
Okay.
I think that might have been it. Like he acted like it wasn't a stylistic choice as much as it was need to wear a belt with these pants.
Okay.
Okay.
He
Because
looked
I
great.
made a comment about that. I actually like wearing a belt. I like having a belt on. My suit is the first suit I've ever owned without belt loops, and which was anxiety inducing for me.
That's sick.
It's like
Mm.
fuck.
Like Barrett in a group of 10 guys, he's not going to jump out like, oh, that guy's fucking killing it. But he looks fucking good.
oh yeah,
that makes
Barrett looked
sense.
great. I love Barrett's suit. If I could swagger jack Barrett, like I kind of wish Barrett was like more like. I wish he was more distant from me in life, so I could get that suit that he wore and wear it to other things.
All right, I'm gonna get to Brett now. The bolo tie is something that you don't really see at the Kentucky Derby. You don't think bolo tie when you think Derby. You think bright colors and you think bow ties and big hats.
Mhm.
A bolo, You don't see that.
Yeah.
I thought from the waist up, Brett looked as good as anyone out there.
Oh no.
I
Dude,
think he fucking crushed
the
it.
bolo was a trending topic.
He
People
did,
were
and it
loving
went
it.
like his suit coat. His coat was great. The sunglasses. He had a great hair day. He looked handsome as fuck. He looked hot. From the waist down, front rim, it just bounced right back to him. I thought a little bit.
Wow.
Dude, he's not even in the room, and you're
I
gonna
know.
drag
I know.
him.
I
Hater.
didn't love the pants shoe situation on Brett. And I own these
Damn.
pants, and I love these pants. I have them in
Do we need to
blue.
get him in here to defend himself?
I believe these from a sponsor. I'm not dogging the pants. I actually wore the same pants over the weekend, but I just think with that outfit, they didn't quite fit.
Okay. So Brett looked so hot. Brett looked so hot.
He did look so hot.
He looked so hot that a girl came up to us, a good looking girl, I will add. A girl came up to us and she said, "Okay, I have a question for you guys." She was hammered. Hammered. She goes, "I have a question for you guys." We were like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Are you guys from and I was like, what's she going to say? I hope she says Washed Media right now. And then she
She did.
started to say a word that started with an S, and I was like, she's going to say Sunday Scaries. And then she goes, "Are you guys from Summer House?" The second she said that, Brett goes, "I know exactly who she's talking about. There's a dude on Summer House who looks like Brett."
Is this when y'all are in a part of the?
We were at our seats.
Okay, so this is well-to-do people were around.
Is it Kyle?
Yes,
Cook?
yes.
Okay.
So like for example, like
You weren't in the infield.
We were there because they put us there, which was an awesome thing, and like the seats were incredible.
So
So
it
there
kinda-
were other people there who could afford those seats.
It
That
adds
were
to the mystique, like
Dude.
who's around.
kind of like the area that we were in for that part. Like you could tell that there were some people there that might have been people, like
Brett's
famous.
Brett's shoes, and I don't know the brand. They're loafers.
Probably Cole on.
He's got to shine those up if he's going to wear them to an event like this. They're beat up. They look like he's done some walking.
I thought he
in
got
those
brand
things.
new ones. Wasn't he? Didn't he?
I don't only think those are the ones though.
Interesting.
He needs to shine those bad boys up, or just go with a new shoe altogether.
Hey, the Summer House thing's really funny. I'm not familiar with it, but I just looked up their cast, and you could find 3 people.
It's Kyle.
Brett's Kyle Cook,
It's Kyle.
Will's Luke Galbranson, and Barrett Amit Newman.
So Barrett was actually placing a bet for one of his buddies when this happened, but it was immediately Kyle, and the girl was very confused.
Okay,
But it was
yeah,
hilarious.
I see it.
It was hilarious.
That guy's his jaw game is crazy.
Having said what I said,
crazy.
Look at
Brett looked really hot. He looked good. I just would have gone with some different choices, waist down, if I were Brett.
I think I saw numerous women fall in love with Brett.
No, he looked great.
They just looked at him. They were like,
not
"Yo."
trying to take anything away from him.
Can I ask a style question at large here?
Mhm.
Did anyone pull off the sport coat like up top with the nice shorts on the bottom? Because I saw that in Miami at the F1 quite a bit.
The one, okay,
That's so Brett.
yes, a lot of people were doing that. We did see a famous person doing this.
If you're famous, the rules don't apply. to
Dak in
Are
Miami.
you ready
was
for the
doing
famous
this.
person that we saw doing this look?
you. Which genre of fame are they? Sports,
he-
entertainment.
He's on a famous television show.
Oh my God, Elijah Wood.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody, huh?
Was it Jerry Seinfeld?
It was not Jerry Seinfeld. Have you guys familiar with Shark Tank?
Yeah,
Mr. Wonderful.
yeah, a little bit.
Mr. Wonderful had a table in front of us, and he was rocking the seersucker top, seersucker shorts.
Here's the thing: when your nickname is
Hell
Mr.
yeah.
Wonderful, you wear whatever you
It
want.
didn't matter. It
doesn't
didn't matter, dude. He was loving life. It
This
was one.
pick goes so fucking hard.
Yeah. Shout out to I think it was Louisville Woman Magazine for taking this photo of us.
At what point did you decide you weren't going to smile for this?
I did a mixture. I told myself before we went on the red carpet, I was like, Will, when people go on the red carpet, they hit different poses. So you need to
Yeah.
do different things. And so I went all in.
You guys look like legitimately famous.
Oh
here.
my God. I bricked the red carpet. I bricked it.
What do you mean?
I did such an amateur move on my first ever red carpet.
Oh, you took a picture of the cameras.
No. I asked Barrett. Barrett actually did it first, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. Well, we had downtime. They weren't snapping photos of us when we took photos of
Okay.
them. We were waiting for the dog to stop getting interviewed.
What did you have to say?
It was so ridiculous. We were between a dog and Gretchen Whitmer. So they have X's. So I'm going to learn you something here about red carpets that I didn't know. They have X's marked on the red carpet
Where to
for where
stand.
you're supposed to stand in front of. Obviously, the X's are not on the ground because then you'd see them in all the photos. Well, I'm an idiot. And when they said, yeah, stand in front of the X, I walked up to the X and a photographer looked at me and goes, yeah, you need to back up. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. that makes
Oh, you like
sense.
right in front
The
of
X is right in front of them. So I went and
Yeah.
stood like 3 feet away from it. And I think I heard Barrett laugh. And I was like, man, I just bricked my first ever red carpet. They didn't tell us that we were gonna do this, but when they offered it to us, we were like, well, we can't not do it.
Absolutely.
That's not your first ever red carpet. I gonna have to remind you about a Fridays in Corpus Christi.
You're right. You're right. Dave's correct.
We opened up a Fridays there. Not a lot. The ops don't like talking about that, but
I
it
bet you
happened.
Barrett was thriving in this environment. Like, you just seem like a guy who'd really appreciate being on a red carpet.
I was very much looking to him for what to do. I was very nervous of what to do. So I was looking to Barrett the entire time, just hoping that he could get me out of it. He did, and Barrett's got that swag though. He's got that pretty boy swag.
Fuck yeah, he does.
So he made it easy on me. But yeah, it was an interesting situation.
Those are my opinions. I mean, do whatever you want with them.
Do you have any coronation takes, Dylan?
I didn't catch a ton of the coronation.
What do you think of King Charles's fit for the coronation?
He was doing a lot. Glaring lack of Meghan Markle, which I guess this was known going in that she wasn't going to be there.
Dave, were you having a full-on coronation party at your house?
No,
Because I know Alyssa's a Royals person.
we recorded it because she didn't want to get up at 4:30 or whatever.
I got up for it.
Did you really?
I couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep. I woke up and watched the entire thing.
Yeah, we did not. But I was having fun with the people who thought Meghan Markle was there in disguise. And then
That was
someone
awesome.
pointed out, like, no, this is actually this human. And like, this is the person
It
who
was-
it is.
It was so funny that
was a great
the
theory.
rumor was flying around that was
But I was
Meghan
like-
Markle in
I
disguise.
was like, there's no way she would do that. How about you just don't go?
Yeah.
Why would she just not go?
I want to go, but I want anybody to know I'm there.
Well, like
That's
one
so
of the
dumb.
one of the biggest story was Prince Harry, what he was going to be doing. He sat a couple rows behind. He sat with some relatives, and he seemed to have a smile on his face the entire time, yucking it up, having fun. Which is, I think, for him, that's the move. Whether you like him or not, you can at least acknowledge like the move for him is to smile and look happy the entire time, while everyone else looks a little miserable. And I think he did a good job there.
So she didn't go
Because she hates his family.
just because of the whole,
Too many ops.
the rift. Yeah.
Well, then and then their son Archie. It
She
was
didn't
his birthday, and so Archie stayed back in California. And King Charles, I have an article pulled up from the New York Post, and it says King Charles made a post-coronation birthday toast to his grandson Archie, and said wherever he was,
Yeah.
which is
Love it.
a little bit of a slight.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly.
If I'm Archie and I grow up and start to become aware of the whole situation at hand right now, I might be going up to my father and being like, hey, why didn't you bring me to Grandpa's coronation? That seems like a big deal in my life, even if it's like something that you're not into right now. On my birthday,
It's
nonetheless.
just a long flight with the baby.
You just think Harry didn't want to deal
Yeah,
with
it's
it?
like, dude,
You think Megan was like, no, babe, you just go. You just
She
go.
has
It'll
an
be
iPad.
easier. Just come back. Yeah, come back later.
here's the iPad, some headphones.
Yeah, try to just enjoy yourself.
Get photos.
Coronation's weird as fuck.
So who is that guy?
I don't know.
The Carl Havoc looking dude.
Dude, he was dripping.
He was.
Oh, I was talking when I said Charles Havoc here. I was just talking about Charles getting all the shit put on him.
Oh.
I
How many-
started hitting him with the crown and stuff.
How many Pimm's cups did you have?
Dude, I like
How
Tim's
many?
cups, dog.
They were good. They are good. I'm just curious if you had any in celebration.
A British mojito.
A 5 a.m. Pimm's cup.
Is Charles just like a total dick bag?
He's
Do people like him?
You're asking if he's a bag of dicks.
no.
Because
Well,
did you see the shot of him pulling up in the little buggy thing, and he's just like pouring someone out? He looks so just pissed off about the whole situation.
You know what?
You
It's
see
his
it?
day, man.
I think the vibe on him is that he's generally kind of a grumpy person.
What's his
He doesn't seem
fucking
very
deal?
happy.
What's with his fingers too?
I think he's
They're
just
sausagey.
old, dude.
He's old, and he did back when he was having an affair with his now wife. He did state that he fantasized about being her tampon. So
Yeah, I don't know how that relates to his fingers, but yeah, I do remember that.
no.
part, too.
Well,
What are you supposed to do when you're getting like the crown put on you? Like you can't just have a cheesy fucking grin on your face the entire time. I feel like you have to just bold face it.
You have
be
to-
be a stoic
strong
figure.
Oh, I was talking about
silent
how
type.
he was talking to someone inside his buggy thing.
I
What,
didn't
do-
see
what do they
that.
call that? And he's just like,
I don't think it's a
like,
buggy.
fucking-
Is it a
He
buggy?
looks so put out.
Well, he's a king of England. He can kind of do whatever the fuck
when
he wants.
I hear buggy, I think of like ooga.
Dude, that's what some people call shopping carts buggies.
Yeah,
And
British
people
people?
in parts of the country, other parts of the country.
Really?
country.
Yeah.
What parts of the country call? I'm not questioning you. I'm just saying, like, I'm insulting the people that are doing that.
Randy, where you from? Randy says no.
I feel like that's only a British thing. No, they call it a trolley. Is what they call it.
A bu-
But buggy, yeah,
A buggy.
I do think they call it
King
buggy.
Charles was
maybe
in a-
like in the East Coast.
A
Shopping
carriage,
buggy.
Dylan, a carriage.
A car.
Hey, fetch for the carriage.
one's for Archie, wherever he might be.
There are people out there who call it a buggy that I want to hear from on some
Email Dylan at washedmedia.com.
No, don't. Just tweet me.
You
and
wanted to hear
I'll
from
probably give you a like on Twitter and I won't respond, but I want to know that you're there.
You appreciate their presence on the TL
Yeah.
in your mentions.
Did you think Katy Perry killed it?
I didn't watch her actually. I missed her part. I didn't watch. So I didn't watch the whole thing. I did. I tuned in as like the Archbishop of something was doing some type of sermon just before they crowned him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this one didn't. I feel like it should have felt more special. In general, like I feel like we've never seen one of these in our lifetime, and I thought it would kind of be like this, like it was just kind of like, you know what, he looks depressed. Like who cares anymore? And then it got memed into oblivion, which I think reduces the
Yeah.
the prestige.
Saw some people commenting about turning a side piece into a queen or something, which is, it is what it is.
His side piece, who famously.
Right, the tampon thing, which we mentioned already.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was his side piece at one point. Then he got married to her, Dave, and now she's Queen of England.
Full circle.
Well,
Queen
Queen
consort.
consort. Yeah.
Queen consort, of course.
I didn't like the part where he was sitting there at the feast and was like ordering his uncle around, like bossing him around and making him be like pour him wine and stuff, like his uncle who's a little person, and it was just weird. I didn't care for that.
Mhm.
And then I don't know, man. Just me
Just
personally.
King, what's his name? Jaffrey? What is it?
Will
King
knows.
Jaffrey?
Only Will
Joffrey.
understands.
Joffrey.
this.
Yeah,
Thank you, Randy.
only real Got fans
Just
know.
doesn't-
Randy
didn't have
help-
to do him like that.
Randy helped me land that plane. King Joffrey,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah, of the Got franchise.
Yes, exactly.
Big fan.
Jaffrey. King Joffrey. That guy sucks. Sucked. He's dead now.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Dude,
Will
I'll
knew
say
that.
this. I'll say this. Kate Middleton, what's up?
She's always been
Was
fine.
Pippa there?
What's up?
Pippa wasn't there.
If
I
I'm Pippa, I'm getting an invite to that.
There
I
was
may have
6
tuned
weeks
in if
where
Pippa
Pippa
was there.
Pippa's there. Pippa was there.
Pippa
Pippa,
She had a moment.
yeah, Pippa was everyone's hall pass for like a week after the wedding.
She's still mine.
She was bad.
Oh yeah.
The Middleton family's got great genes. And I ain't talking denim.
Are they Muggsy?
I said I wasn't talking denim, so I mean, now you've made it weird.
Your boy was racking up Pippa violations. I was just straight up talking about my health.
Dang.
Yeah,
She's.
I was
she
taking
stole-
so many shots at her, they started calling me Scotty Pippa.
Dude, she stole the show at their wedding.
Pippa Pig over here.
It was the Pippa show. Sorry, I need to chill out.
You do need to chill out.
Dude said Pippa violation. What's your problem, David?
I don't know. You can tell I don't have a lot of knowledge on this topic because I'm just lobbing stupid grenades into it.
Yeah.
I did something reckless this weekend.
Hmm.
Did you lose them?
I brought a pair of sunglasses to the Derby that I shouldn't have brought to the Derby. What I should have done was not do that because it would have been a huge mistake. I brought some glasses that I bought for a special occasion one time, and I was at risk of losing them the entire time. And what sucks is that losing sunglasses right after you get them is the worst feeling in the world. Whether you break them, you have to throw them away, whatever it could be. Someone could push you in the lake, and suddenly they're at the bottom of Lake Austin, which is famously just a damned river. But ever since we got our Shady Rays, we don't have to worry about that. Shady Rays makes high-quality sunglasses that are just as good, or in our opinion, even better than expensive ones. And Shady Rays are a fraction of the price. They're durable, and they're built to tackle all of life's adventures. Their styles are timeless and on point, and they make you look good. And these things are polarized lenses, crystal clear vision, strong sun protection. What else do you need? You know how to stay polarized.
Yeah. The glare. Guess what, buddy?
Hey, bye-bye.
You're out of here.
Bye-bye.
I wore them driving in today. I wore them out in my yard on Saturday. I pretty much wear them all the time. My faves.
Well, they have a lost and broken replacements program. So if you break or lose the pair the second you take them out of the box, they'll send you a replacement pair, no questions asked. No questions asked. If they're not happy unless you're happy. That's why they give you 30 days to try them, and if you don't like them, you can exchange them or return them for free. With every order, the Shady Rays Impact Program also works with nonprofits worldwide to make an impact on the lives of children and young adults, like building play sets for pediatric cancer patients and creating adventures for young adults with cancer and MS. You're making an impact together with them. Go make it happen. What's better than getting one pair of Shady Rays and not worrying if you break or lose them? Getting 2 pairs. Go to shadyrays.com/Steam and use code STEAM for a limited time. When you buy 1 pair of Shady Rays, you'll get a second pair for free. That's SHADYRAYS.com/Steam. Code STEAM to get a second pair of Shady Rays free. ShadyRays.com/Steam. Promo code STEAM. We had a big night last night, boys. Succession.
Tailgate party.
We had the penultimate episode last night.
That was 7.
Yeah, well, we have 8, 9 left.
I thought there were 10.
Oh, is there 10? Last season just had 9, so I'm making an assumption. But you know what happens when you assume?
I'm pretty sure there are 10. I'm gonna check that because that's
You
gonna-
make an ass out of you and me.
7 did eat 9, famously.
That's facts.
Trying to buy us some time.
That's facts.
Hey,
Whatever.
I'm
It was
gonna
episode 7, tailgate party. Are you a little bummed that they didn't actually go to a
Hell yeah.
tailgate? Like that would have been sick to see their tailgate fits.
I'm not gonna lie. The title of the episode did confuse me a bit.
I was kind of excited to see like Tom rocking like a Peter Millar like
Oh yeah.
suede vest or some shit.
Yeah.
Their tailgate parties probably look different than the ones that I've been to.
Where'd
Yeah,
Tom go to
White
college?
Claw.
Do we know where Tom went to college?
There's not some guy peeing between the trucks.
I don't know. No. No one's jumping through folding tables.
Can you imagine like Roman getting thrown through like a table?
Sidewalk slammers.
Do you remember
Great.
what happened at that Bills tailgate? I think it was.
You have to be more specific than that.
A guy was performing an act,
What was the
a
act?
generous act, but an act that I don't know. It's not important. Doesn't relate to the
Was he eating
episode.
something?
Yeah.
Like a glizzy?
No.
A lot of people at Derby eating cheesecake on a stick.
Okay. I'll fuck
I'm
with it.
like when we saw it, someone said like, "Man, it's pretty early in the day for a cheesecake on a stick," and I was in my head, I was like, "Not really."
There are a lot of foods you can put on a stick.
Oh, I gotta. I'm sorry. It was the Lions fan that was doing that.
Oh yeah,
What was he
shout out to
eating?
the Lions.
probably it's Bray.
Oh. It's a predator. Big cat. Anyway,
What's up?
yeah.
This is my favorite episode of the season, and I need to give it some time to set in. Potentially my favorite episode of the series.
The season, I thought that there was a lot of moving parts here. I did enjoy it. I don't know where it stands for me. I can't get on board with the full series part, but I appreciate that you liked it that much because I'm kind of jealous you liked it that much.
Episode 3, The Passing of Logan, was the only episode, the whole series, that I've gone back and immediately rewatched because I enjoyed it so much.
Really?
I was hoping when I got in this morning you had not watched it yet, and then I would watch it again and enjoy it because I'm going to watch it again this week. And again, we talked about this last week because they do it often. It takes place nearly the bulk of it in one setting
Yeah.
in their triplex.
Yo,
Which is
I don't know.
A phrase that Kendall threw out. He called it a triplex,
Triplex, everyone else did.
and I have not heard that, but it makes sense. I
Not-
guess it's a 3-level.
Yeah. It's a sick house.
Dude,
Very
there's
cool.
levels to this shit.
It's great to see Tom get a backbone finally and like go off on someone that's long overdue.
That was such a satisfying scene.
Yeah.
Seeing him go in on Shiv for
It's
the
an
first time, seeing him
intense
tell,
scene.
he called it like it was, and I don't think he was inaccurate in a lot of this.
She has been just treating him like a doormat for way too long.
Do you think his gift was well received?
It was a bad call.
Dude, I thought it was kind of swag.
I mean,
Scorpion
You
paperweight.
put that on your desk. It's kind of a power move.
You know, their venom is the most valuable liquid in the world, David.
Yeah.
I thought like octopus cum was or something.
And that's number 2.
Oh,
It's hard to get it out.
do octopuses actually?
I don't know, Will.
I thought it was ink.
It's a squid.
Ah, fuck.
Octopus might have
Is
ink
it?
too. I don't fucking know.
I didn't think squids. Oh, whatever.
You know, no
We're
one-
not going to get
no
the
one
right
really
answer.
knows.
We're not going to get the right answer.
You can't even look it up.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting a scorpion and
No.
some lucite.
Can y'all remind me quickly who Nate is?
Her
Diaz?
ex.
No.
He was the guy
It would
that
be
she was
cooler if it
knocking the
was Nate
bottom out of
Diaz.
when her and Tom were kind of on the fritz.
That's
He
right.
is, yeah, he
And
was.
who is he professionally?
He worked with I don't remember the character's name. the Bernie Sanders
Oh,
super
yes.
left wing
Yes.
Did I get the
Politico.
Did I get the vibe last night that Kendall was offering him a job as like an anchor or something, or was I completely misinterpreting this?
No,
As
so-
someone who doesn't understand the plot of the show from a business perspective,
So
please do not let me talk more about it.
Last night was an all-time business lingo that I don't understand episode.
All of them are for me. I'm dumb.
So the election's about to go down. The candidate that Nate works for, Nate like specializes in apparently now like regulatory work, and essentially the way they're now trying to tank the deal is by tying it up in antitrust and spooking investors and saying, well, we don't want to get into bed with Matson if this is potentially going to be a regulatory issue. So he is trying to. He knows Nate has the contacts and has the power potentially to make that happen should his guy win the election, which
Okay.
it looks like it's going to. So he's basically saying, hey, our network, our media network that is very influential will be very nice to your guy for X amount of
100
time
days
if you
or
make
something.
this happen.
Or a year or whatever he said. Okay.
It's very, very
I got
seedy.
the vibe that he was like, I was very confused. I have to admit that I was also very tired from drinking all day the day
There
before
was
the
a
Kentucky
lot.
Derby. But like, yeah, for a second I thought he was getting offered a job, and I was like, oh, that actually could make sense for him. A little political analyst job at
Mhm.
ATN. I'd take that. Well, no,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't.
But yeah, it's dirty. I mean, you assume this is how it actually goes down.
You think-
The influence that media companies have on elected officials, and
It is kind of crazy to think about how accurate that actually is.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what I love. I feel like this is like, I feel lame saying this, but I feel like I'm getting I'm peeking behind the curtain, if you will, into how this stuff actually goes. And
This stuff doesn't all happen in one room during one cocktail party, but I mean, like the influence that a news organization can have on the mindset of its viewers is, as we've seen for all over the map. Like I'm starting to realize how true that actually is. I always just kind of thought it was like whatever, people make their own decisions either way, but like Succession, it's been hitting.
It's been an excellent season
Been
so
hitting.
far.
Do you think Roman's wiener shots are going to get spread anywhere? Do you think Jerry's going to take those?
I don't think it
Delete
comes.
him.
I don't think it comes to that.
Okay.
But she definitely has him in a vulnerable position.
dude, Roman sucks.
Yeah.
Like
He's on tilt, man. His dad just died.
he's still acting out, but man, you don't talk to Jerry like that.
Yeah, but-
Jerry's like low key.
But dude, they've always talked shit to each other like that. Like
I
that's part of their
know.
dynamic is that they are like
She's
very
been down ass for so long.
Yeah,
She
they're
put
very
her foot
strict.
down. She's about to get paid.
Yeah.
Uh,
She has a lot of shit on them.
Mattson, cousin Greg. Love the idea of it. I don't love Mattson, but I like the idea of cousin Greg firing people for Mattson.
Dude, how timely is the Zoom firing? Like every other week we get
Yeah.
stories of like
Yeah.
mass layoffs over Zoom and some clueless
They just make Greg do it.
C-suite
sorry.
person doing it. Yeah.
Some bumbling C-suite person does it.
Oh man.
Possibly my favorite scene. So Shiv and Tom was the best scene, but a close second was Kendall versus Mattson. When they had that, because it was so awkward. Kendall's delivery is so awkward. You're wondering what he's about to say, how hard he's about to go into this, how hard he's about to expose, because there's still a lot of people at the party, a lot of influential people, as we know. So him pointing out that like, oh yeah, your numbers in India are a little bit inflated, a lot of bit inflated actually. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And the fact that is it Ebba
yeah.
Yeah.
that she's sitting right there, and Mattson knows that she's the one who told him. It's tense, man. It's so tense.
It was good.
Really good.
Yeah.
I knew something was going to happen because Mattson's a piece of shit. You see how he treats people and talks to people. Like he sucks. Like I think I liked him at first, and I do like his character, but he sucks. And like I think now we're going to see the siblings maybe link up in theory. But you've got Kendall pulling Frank aside, and them being like, "Hey, we need to like tank the deal. We need to buy Gojo. There's only one crown." So it's great. I don't know how.
That crown line was hard.
It was hard.
One head, one crown.
Kendall's still got some bars. It may take him a while to get there, but he can deliver.
He's still my goat, dude. He's my favorite character in like everything.
yeah.
You know? I don't love Shiv still feeding him inside information.
That's just gonna bite her in the ass, I think.
I think she's realized she backed the wrong horse. Like,
Really? She put a bet down on
there we go.
2 fills
2 fills as well.
to win. He didn't.
I didn't put one down on 2 fills though. I did hit show. Hit show.
Good name.
Um,
Good looking horse too.
Well, I drew it out of a hat.
Oh.
At the end of the red carpet, they had 2 girls there, and they had a hat with all the horses' names in it. And then on camera, you got to pick one out, and I got hit show, and I was like, "Well, okay,
Those gray horses are so good looking.
yeah." My ex-girlfriend's mom told me to never bet on a gray horse, and for some reason, that's always stuck with me. But I don't know why I was listening to her. She doesn't know anything about horse racing.
yeah, what the
From
fuck?
fucking Ohio.
You should probably
Like,
stop listening to her.
yeah, I don't know.
Underrated, possibly properly rated. The tier 2 storyline of Connor.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
the pending election and they like back and forth on him trying to get a dope
Oh,
ambassadorship.
He and Willa
Ambassador
can't go to
Oman.
Oman, dude. Like he can't make her do that. He's
Dude,
so thirsty for
the way-
validation.
The way he dismissed Slovenia and Slovakia.
No, he doesn't want any slows, dude. I get it.
Granted, I only
Dude.
know about Slovenia because of number 77.
He wants a country with nukes, man.
Slovenia is a
Yeah.
beautiful country.
No, I thought all of his requirements were fair. I did think he slighted Slovenia a little bit, but like I still think that like he had some fair requests. He wanted some power. If you're gonna back out of a presidential race in order to make one guy win, you need a power country. I'm not saying you get
He
like
wants South
England or
Korea.
something like that. He wanted North Korea. He would have taken North Korea.
Oh yeah, North Korea.
He's such a
Diplomatic
Very
plates.
different.
Diplomatic plates, babe.
He's such a
Dude,
loose
he's-
You
cannon.
could go anywhere. You can hit someone with your car.
You could drive on the sidewalk.
It's
Like,
actually
that's not a selling point. Oh, that was a good one.
yeah. Didn't again with Roman, the way he talked to his brother. It's just like that was really weird, man.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been having that kind of pent up for a while to be like, get the fuck out of this election. You're kind of making all of us look just a little bad.
Let
Yeah,
him do
Roman's
him.
got it. Roman's got to tighten it up.
Rupert Murdoch would never let one of his kids run for president.
Nah.
He wouldn't. Like that's just not how it would work. So that almost is inaccurate to me within the show's accuracy.
He just lets him run Ruckus Records.
Raucous Records.
Raucous.
I can't believe Dylan doubted that I didn't know about Raucous Records, dude.
I didn't know about it. Tom was so tired in that episode.
He crushed it. I think every single character at this point, besides, well, okay, actually, we know Kendall's had an episode I thought where he was like standout. I thought the Living Plus episode, Kendall like that was his best episode of the season. Roman's was right around the time that the dad died. I thought he crushed that when he like told Mattson like, dude, our dad just died and you made us come
Yeah.
here. I thought that was his coming out party. Tom and Shiv, they had theirs last night,
Yeah.
and I love that
This
scene.
was Tom's episode.
Tom crushed this episode.
I got another Tom and Shiv question. How far along is Shiv?
It's hard to say. I think all of this, all these episodes are really back to back to back to back in terms of the actual timeline of it, just because they haven't even had his funeral yet. So this is
Right.
all very quick.
I'm wondering like at some point Tom might notice or have questions.
They're not even. I don't think they're even close to that point yet.
I'll look into this.
But again, it's hard to say.
Say that last part again.
Like how far along do we think Shiv is? Like, do we think that she's?
She's got to tell Tom, man.
Well,
Dude,
I don't think last night was the opportunity.
we
I thought-
first learned that Shiv is 20 weeks into her pregnancy.
Okay, so that's what.
I'm
Oh,
surprised.
that's a while.
Yeah, it's
I was expecting her to blurt it out during that fight.
I was
I'm
too.
fucking pregnant. And running inside or something, you know?
No, if you know anything about the Roy kids, they internalize everything until they can't anymore.
Facts.
That's facts, yeah.
Did you have any worries about Tom jumping off of their balcony?
No,
No,
not really, no.
that would have been a twist I wouldn't have seen coming.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have made sense, but I was just like, uh-oh.
No, we've had one big death this season. I don't think we're going to get another one. Do you think we'll have any deaths? Who's going to succeed? It'll be Kendall, right?
Sneaky Jerry.
Jerry's not a terrible pick.
Jerry works her way to the throne.
Kendall is the choice for me because he's just like the underlying main character of the entire show.
It needs to be Kendall. It needs to be Kendall. Anything else, and I'm going to be unsatisfied. If you could have a prequel of any of the characters in the show, who would you choose?
Oh,
Probably Logan.
it's Logan, but man, that's going to be tough casting.
I saw a tweet one time saying like if you took Logan's origin story from like growing up, didn't he grow up in Scotland based on those episodes when they went over there?
Yeah,
Like if you did that and like did that all that, it could be really really interesting. And I kind of agree.
there's not a spinoff that I wouldn't watch.
I think the other people are too young for a spinoff because you'd have to have like a younger looking version of them, which I'd be annoyed that we didn't have Jeremy Strong the entire time.
I would watch a Jerry or a Carl or a Frank spinoff.
Now that I thought about it, now that we've talked about Tailgate Party, now I can't figure. I want to know where all these people went to college. I want to know where the Roy kids spent their 18 to 22 years.
I'm going to guess Ivy. It's a wild guess, I know.
That's crazy.
Dude, you're loco for this.
I'm crazy. They hate this.
They hate this. You guys want some Will's breaking news?
Yeah, what you got?
We had two stories, but we're running relatively short on time today, so I figured I'd just combine them into what they deserve to be. Much more bite-sized stories, no pun intended. Do you guys want to start with pasta, or do you guys want to start with a worst weekend story?
Ooh, let's do pasta.
Okay. We've all heard about lunchflation.
Well, yeah. What else is going on?
Oh, mamma mia, Dylan. Italy calls a crisis meeting over surging pasta prices. Are you
Oh,
aware of this?
no.
It's not good. It's not good.
Why's pasta going up?
Italy's
Wheat.
industry minister, Adolfo Urso, called on Thursday for a crisis meeting over prices for pasta, the country's favorite staple, after they jumped more than double the national inflation rate. Are you guys ready for how much of a price increase pasta rose year over year?
Mm-hmm.
17.5% in March.
What?
Pastaflation, man.
Yep.
Something to think about.
Yep.
Is this due to
Gosh.
fertilizer from Russia?
Yes.
I've only read the first two paragraphs, Dave.
Okay.
So hoping we could just do some
It's affecting
culturally
many
insensitive
economies.
Mamma Mia jokes and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Mamma mia.
I haven't noticed this at restaurants in Austin, but I think based on the prices that I saw at restaurants in Louisville, Kentucky, Austin is operating at a different level than a lot of other American cities at this point. We're like New York pricing at this point.
Really?
Yeah, we had lunch there, and when we all sat down and looked at the menu, we were like, "Damn, I wish this was like it was at home."
Just felt free.
Yeah, it was like, "Oh, beers here are $4 instead of like $7."
Wow, a $12 sandwich instead of a $21 sandwich.
Correct, Dylan. Yeah. When we go over the charges on our account from this trip, I think you're going to be surprised by how small these charges actually were.
Yeah, Brett was kind of saying something similar. He said, "Yeah, we barely spent any money."
Mhm,
So
mhm.
thank you for that.
Dylan,
That's great.
Dylan, would you like to hear anything about a worst weekend story of a woman who had to survive 5 days alone?
Yeah.
An Australian woman was stranded for 5 days in the Australian bush. You ever been to the Australian bush?
No comment. No, I haven't. Sorry.
I haven't either. I've never been to Australia. A 48-year-old woman survived 5 days stranded in the bush in Australia by eating sweets and drinking only a single bottle of wine. She low-key went goblin mode there.
Oh.
Lillian Ip set off what was meant to be a short trip on Sunday, traveling through a dense bush in Victoria State, but she hit a dead end after taking a wrong turn and her vehicle became stuck in the mud. Miss Ip, who doesn't drink, only had a bottle of wine in the car as she was planning to give it as a present. After 5 nights stranded, she was discovered by emergency services on Friday as they flew overhead as part of a search.
Did she stay back at the car or did she try to backtrack and walk back to
I don't know.
civilization?
It says,
Oh.
yeah, it says that she used great common sense to stay with her car and not
Okay.
wander off into the bushland. I think that makes sense because
At least, yeah, when you're in Australia,
yeah,
you don't want to sleep outdoors if you can help it. So
She-
sleeping in the car is probably the right move there.
she had an incredible quote when she was found.
Was
An incredible
was
quote.
Was she gone off that red?
I don't think the one bottle of wine lasted for 5 days for a complete buzz of that sort.
I would have had it all in one day.
But when she was finally found, she said, quote, "The first thing coming in my mind, I was thinking water and a cigarette."
Let's fucking
And then she
go.
said, "Thank God the policewoman had a cigarette."
Let's ride.
I like that she was just, "I need to burn right now." How many cigs did she burn through waiting?
How about that cop just low key keeping a pack on her?
Swag.
I like that.
Yo, Brett and I might have
Did y'all burn?
had one.
Darts.
Tell me that.
Might have had
man.
one.
That sounds awesome.
We had one. The opportunity presented itself, and we thought, you know what? Let's do it. And I can say, tasted like shit.
Mm.
Did you guys swing through the Louisville Slugger factory there?
No, we were close to it. We were very close
That's
to it.
cool.
We got to see the Louisville Bats stadium.
Okay. That's a good name for a Louisville team.
Pretty smart. Pretty smart.
Do people there say Louisville?
Louisville.
Louisville?
Like the way that I was always told to do it was Lou-Vol.
Louisville. Okay.
Don't act like there's not
Louisville.
even an I there.
Louisville.
Lou-
Lowest energy is best.
Kind of like you have peanut butter in your mouth. Louisville.
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 Sick, dude.
Can you say Coca-Cola without letting your lips touch?
Coca-Cola?
Now do it without trying to let your lips not touch.
What?
Do it again. Just not do it without even thinking about it.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah, your lips don't even touch doing it anyway.
Coca-Cola.
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 Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
Should we get
Wow.
out of here?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bye.
Still nuts.